So I'm going to go through one of the harder questions in the quiz and giving you a full breakdown of how you can actually use this and actually use it in your paragraphs too. So the cyclical structure in an inspect clause can relate to someone's theory of time, and it was Ouspensky's. Now, you don't need to be able to pronounce it, just be able to spell it. But what was Ouspensky's theory? So Ouspensky's theory is that time is cyclical. So it's kind of cyclical, it's never ending. People relive the same events over and over until they learn from their mistakes. So Ouspensky's theory is the idea that it will come back around. It's almost a bit like reincarnation-esque in the fact that you'll come back around, you'll continue to learn the same lessons, and time will continue on. How it links. It's all good knowing Ouspensky's theory, but how does this actually link to an inspector calls? So Precy creates a cyclical structure by the inspector arriving at the beginning and another arriving at the end. So we see, of course, Inspector Gould comes at the beginning, but we also see another inspector calling at the end. So we get this cyclical narrative that an inspector is arriving and an inspector is arriving at the end again. And this links to Ouspensky's theory, the idea that time is cyclical because we get a cyclical narrative. If you did want a full breakdown on this and how you link different critical theories, just so you know, we have videos like this on the Light Up Hub. For every single character, we break it down, and we also have these critical ideas that you can link, and we show you exactly with model examples, linking sentences, sentence starters, how to use that. How it also links as well, another way, is that the inspector articulates that those who don't learn the lesson will be taught in fire and blood and anguish. So this idea links to Ouspensky's theory that you will learn the lesson again. So the inspector is saying here that if people don't learn the lessons, in particular of responsibility, as we see with the Burlings, they'll be taught again, but in a more punishing way. So they're the two different ways that we can link it. Now, let's look at how we actually write this in a sentence, because you're probably thinking, yep, that's great. Now I know Ouspensky's theory, the idea of it's cyclical, you'll learn the lesson again. You've thought all the different interpretations, but this is how you're going to combine it in a sentence. Precy creates a cyclical structure reflecting Ouspensky's theory of time, that time is cyclical. By Precy making an inspector arrive at the beginning and end, he shows how responsibility is cyclical and inescapable. So you can see there, I've linked it, I've talked about Ouspensky's theory, I've linked it to the cyclical structure, but I've said that Precy has done it to show that responsibility is cyclical and inescapable, so I'm tying it back to Precy's message. And the second way that we can use this is Precy crafts the inspector to embody Ouspensky's theory of time, most notably that people will relive the same events until they learn from them. This is exemplified in the inspector's final speech, in which he shows that fire and blood and anguish will eternally occur if the Burlings don't learn from their moral transgressions. So transgressions means wrongdoings. So we can see there we're clearly linking it, but linking it more to the inspector and how the inspector actually represents part of Ouspensky's theory, the idea he teaches that people will have to learn from the lesson again, and he teaches that to the Burlings. So if you want the full breakdown, not just Ouspensky's theory and other critical ideas, if you wanted it with the whole of an inspector calls, we've got that on the Light Up Hub. We break down every single character, every key theme, in grade 9 analysis simplified. We've got condensed notes, we've got videos, we've got quizzes. You can even generate a personalized revision plan in under 3 seconds for literally every single course or any course you want. And then also we've got like grade 9 essays. We've got essay plans on loads of different topics already done for you. So if you haven't checked it out, click in the link below and check out the Light Up Hub and become a member today.